And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. Find the touch. Find the range. Find themselves. We're almost at game time. Welcome, everyone, to a great Sunday night with the NBA here on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter, David Aldridge, on the sidelines. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Keldon Johnson.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Paul out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Biyombo at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Pelicans, the guard set is Alvarado and McCollum. Trey Murphy is out there with Williamson. And it's Messi in at the 5, down low. Now here we are, Greg, in the second half of the season. What do you think playoff-bound teams are focusing on right now?
I would say just making sure they keep the momentum heading into the postseason, as well as do everything possible to try to stay healthy.
The Spurs come into this one following a loss to the Pistons. Three-pointer, Fox. Not going to go that time. Pass to Alvarado. It's Williamson, top of the key. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Expanding his range and overall game. When Williamson is hitting that, shut the lights off. It's over.
Now, here's Vassell. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Here's Alvarado. Inside. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
You know, Zion doesn't get enough credit for how he shares the ball. He is a really good passer.
Pelicans shooting their first foul shot of the night. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
They haven't been able to find their rhythm. That's 3 straight misses now.
2 points. That one goes.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Now, here's Biyombo to halt the run, and Fox gets it to go.
If Fox gets cut off from inside, he has options. That mid-range is a big part of his repertoire.
Williamson against Barnes. Now, here's Williamson. Tight defense on him. Out left of the wing. Alvarado bangs home the trifecta.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. In the third spot, the Spurs.
I mean, it's about the pace they've played with here offensively. They don't look like they're showing any signs of slowing down.
Vassell outside. They set the pick. There's the triple. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, nice shot by Vassell. Really good three-point shooter.
Greg, you know this. Getting that second contract is a major goal for young players in the NBA, like Devin Vassell.
And Devin did, signing a huge 5-year extension in 23. He ended up having his finest year after inking that deal. Vassell has a very bright future. Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
For New Orleans, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. New Orleans making a switch here. Boston's checked in. Charles Massey, he's checked in for the Spurs. Jeremy Sohan comes in for Harrison Barnes. And that one misses. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. You can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. With his speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with, no question. EA, thanks.
Well, more and more, Vassell keeps others involved. He's becoming a great passer.
Pass to Messi. Now here's Williamson. Five to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. Over to the wing. Back to Sohan. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. A pass to Fox. There's the three. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
And that quick shot by Fox is something you know he has worked on religiously. Nice finish.
McCollum kicks to Williamson. Back to McCollum. Williamson with it. They set the pick. Here's Messi. Here's McCollum. Rebound by Sohan. To the middle. Here's Fox. And he banks in the layup. Fox has got 7 points in the game.
Nice work inside from the smaller Fox. So cunning and crafty around the rim.
Williamson outside. Pass to Boston. To the inside. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
You see the full strength and athleticism of Murphy on this jam.
Ball looking over the floor. There's the pick. From deep. That shot missing.
Well, playing his role to perfection. Using his size to control the glass for his team.
Outside, Fox. And he drops it in from the low post. 9 points in the game so far.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pelicans lead by 1. From New Orleans, back in a moment. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. We'll see Barnes and Sohan playing forward. Then it's Castle. And it's Wesley in at the point guard.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's McCollum. As he pulls it in.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
His size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
It's blocked, and he stays with it. Boston off target from three-point range.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And the Pelicans making a change here. Alvarado's checked in. Spurs also with the sub. Champagne's checked in. Sohan, the pass to Champagnie. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Inside. And the basket by Castle. Castle's got the lead up to 3 now for the Spurs.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Alvarado passes to Robinson Earl. Pass to McCollum. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Well, that's the thing about McCollum. He can absorb the contact and still complete the play.
Here's Castle. He's defended by Alvarado. Castle misses. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Here's Boston. A miss that time would have put him up. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And good that time. Castle's got 4 points this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now here's McCollum. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. 6 to shoot. Pass to Alvarado. Launches it. Massey pulls it in. Massey's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Oh, wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
And I feel like we see this all too often. Injuries, they play such a big part of the game.
Yeah, these kind of things really test your depth. Hopefully, it's not too serious.
Williamson is checked in for New Orleans. Trey Murphy comes in for McCollum. Pass to Olynyk. This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen. The best three-point shooter, or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA, and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? It looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to talk to his guys. And some changes here for the Spurs. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Jeremy Sohan. Vassell comes in for Johnson. And Chris Paul subbed in for Castle. Now, here's Vassell. Paul outside. Shoots over Alvarado. Again, the miss by the Spurs. New Orleans has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Well, Stan, when the Spurs landed the first overall pick in the draft, their fortunes changed back on May 16th, 2023.
Look, Kevin, the hardest thing for any franchise is to find the guy that you can build everything around. When they got Wembanyama, that dream came true for San Antonio, and they've got the guy they can build this franchise around for years to come.
First one falls for him. And Stan, while in New Orleans, you had a chance to coach Zion Williamson. Now, I've heard you talk about him before, but what's something special about Zion that maybe the average fan doesn't see?
Well, Kevin, that's a great question, because I think what happens a lot of times with Zion, his athleticism is so exceptional that it's hard not to watch and focus on that. But Zion is both very, very smart and a very unselfish player. Nothing makes him happier than an assist to a teammate.
That's a terrific assessment. Barnes finds Fox over Hawkins, and there's Fox. That's good on the assist by Barnes. Fox has got 11 points.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Oh, that's blocked. The second effort. It's rebounded by Robinson Earl.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Williamson looking it over. Just 5 on the clock. Rebounded by the Spurs. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
Well, the lack of effort they showed on the glass is just unacceptable. And I'm sure the coaching staff will let them know about it.
The Spurs making a switch here. Sohan's checked in. Throw good, Fox. So, Stan, I'm looking at this Pelicans roster. They've done a great job building through trades, signing kids off the street, and acquiring talent.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Kevin, that anyone's done a better job of putting together a roster so deep and talented. And as you said, they've done it in so many ways. Draft, trade, undrafted guys. Just a tremendous job.
Really something. Now here's Williamson. Following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. Barnes against Williamson. Pass to Nisi. Now Alvarado. Williamson from long range. He can't get it to go.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's San Antonio. They lead by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, in a close game, what makes the difference in the second half?
Lots of things, you know. It's a game of mistakes. It's a game of playing well. Who knows?
Always love your philosophy, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out. Hold on, I just got an alert on my phone. Ooh, half off bowling after the game tonight. Who's in?
I imagine Shaq probably throws that bowling ball a little too hard, Ernie. I don't know.
False. I have a finesse game, Kenny. One time I hit a sit-down shot from the seats behind the lane.
Shaq's like a trick shot artist out there. He's diving, he's spinning. I'm curious to see what's left in the bag. I'll get the lanes. You guys bring your own shoes this time. Getting back to the New Orleans Pelicans, what a tight first half.
My bed is the best you can buy, but it ain't as soft as their defense right now. They got to shore up that side of the ball.
I think Shaq needs a nap. Somebody's tired of watching bad D. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
They've got Jose Alvarado. Williamson out there with Trey Murphy. And it's Messi in at the center position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Now, here's Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, when Fox gets into a rhythm, he is tough. Having himself a night.
Let's check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on C.J. McCollum. David?
Hey, guys, I got an update from the head athletic trainer of the Pelicans. He said he has a dislocated kneecap, which is incredibly painful, to say the least. Well, I'm told it's pretty bad news. He's definitely out for this game and probably a lot longer. Of course, you never want to hear that, Kevin.
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it, as always.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
Pelicans trail by 3. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. They set the screen to the middle. Here's Messi. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Zion Williamson.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Fox, no good.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for him that time.
So, Coach, thinking about Zion Williamson and his impact on the game, sometimes his playmaking can be overlooked a little bit.
Yeah, Kevin, this guy is really unselfish, and I think Zion actually relishes setting up teammates for shots more than he likes to score. He knows he's going to draw a lot of attention, and he creates shots for his team.
Just hearing you talk, I know you really like him, even personally, don't you? You love him as a player, but personally you like him.
Just a great person.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance It saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And, of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us, perfect.
Moment here to see the numbers for De'Aaron Fox. Averaging about 24 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Here's Alvarado. 6 points for him. Williamson right side. 6 on the shot clock. Wants to get it to Alvarado and does. And the basket is good. And eventually every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game. Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And it's Alvarado missing. Pass to Vassell. Good D by Williamson. Pelicans trail by 4. Austin the pass to Alvarado. Williamson is screen on Paul. Out to the right wing. Williamson against Barnes. From the corner. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Williamson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
That's scary. Already a great shot maker. Williamson still has plenty of room to grow in that area.
And once again, Coach, the storied San Antonio franchise is on the upswing.
It sure is, Kevin. Look, they've got a Hall of Fame coach and a potential Hall of Fame centerpiece to build a team around. They've got great talent evaluators in the front office. You can't ask for a better recipe for success.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
Now, here's Vassell. Fox is double. To the paint. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Nisi's got his 5th rebound in this one. Down low. Pass to Alvarado. Here's Boston. Guarded by Fox. They set the pick for the lead. Offensive rebound. Back to Alvarado. Here's Boston. Fires for 3. Good on the triple. And it's a 3-point Pelican lead.
And their defense has taken a turn for the worse here in the second half, allowing way too many easy looks.
Fox from outside. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Williamson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the middle. Here's Nisi. Biombo with the block.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
And have to be careful guarding Paul. He's superb at finding ways to get defenders to initiate the contact.
First trip to the line for him here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Free throw good, Paul.
Paul is truly the prototypical point guard. He's got a high IQ, takes care of the ball, and he prioritizes setting up his teammates.
Both free throws good from Paul.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Alvarado with it. And that one released in time, but no good. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Pelicans lead by 1. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
You can't forget about the boards. If we don't go to bodies, they're going to be at the rim all night.
And pretty unsurprising there, Greg Popovich reminding his guys to block out, play fundamental basketball.
Yeah, I mean, you work so hard at everything else. You have to finish the defense. It would be a crime to give up those extra possessions.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the floor for San Antonio starting the 4th quarter, the forwards for him, Johnson and Sohan. Then it's Castle, and it's Bassey in at the 5. And the first one drops. And defensively stand, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
And he makes both free throws. The all-time leader in NBA wins, of course, the great Spurs coach, Greg Popovich. So here is a guy who's a peer. What makes him so special, Stan?
Well, first of all, Greg Popovich is not a peer of mine, Kevin. I would never be that presumptuous. This guy is an absolute icon in the coaching world. I think from the outside, I think what makes him so special is he's never looked at himself that way. He's never rested on his laurels. He's a guy that's always evolving and trying to get better.
I love that assessment, but I do think you're his peer.
Not in any way.
On the free throw, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's Robinson Earl. And that one is stuffed right through.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
New Orleans in the lead. New Orleans moving the ball around. To the paint. Here's Hawkins. Bassey pulls it in. Bassey's got his 6th rebound on the night. Inside, Champagnie. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Back to Alvarado. With the crossover, and it's blocked. Sohan up top. Pass to Castle. Back to Sohan. Now Johnson. Shot clock at 5. It's deflected.
Great timing there from Murphy. Anticipated the block and was able to get the rejection.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. There's a good screen, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Now, here's Fox. Lets it go with a 3. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Fox. Johnson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Spurs. Back to Alvarado. To end the run, and it's good on the way in.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Spurs leading by 3. Pass to Bassi. To the inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Spurs.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
And that one misses. Pelicans trail by 5. Inside, here's Misi, and he jams it with authority.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Here's Vassell. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Pass to Boston. Back to Alvarado. Over to the left wing. Fox is double. Barnes kicks to Vassell. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That's his 4th foul of the contest. San Antonio making a switch here. Hall's checked in. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Down low, and he dunks it down.
The basketball mind Williamson has is special. Just knows how to break the D down in that pick and roll.
On the free throw, no good. And Barnes has got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. 3-point lead. The wide open look here for Fox. Had the space there, but it's offline.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
To the wing right side. Here's Williamson. It's Biyombo with the rebound. San Antonio leading by 3. Here's Barnes. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Pass to Alvarado. Now Williamson. Covered by Vassell. To tie it up. Hall grabs the board. San Antonio's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9, and that one is good.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
The Pelicans have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. They're of 9. Here's Williamson. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now, here's Fox. Not a lot of room.
And for a player of his size, Fox not afraid to take some contact to get to the line. He'll do it every chance he gets.
The first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Guys, I was able to catch the message Willie Green gave to his team. Now, he preached the importance of patience down the stretch. Coach said, we're not going to get it all back at once. Let's take it one trip at a time. Make it simple. Make it easy. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. 51 seconds left to play here in the fourth. From the arc, it's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And accepting his role as a leader. Fox wants to come through for his guys in the big moments.
Here's Misi. Money!
Showing great vision and delivering the pass out in front.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
It's Fox with the drive. It's good.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one to the right side. It drops, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
Look at this young man come through in the clutch. Zion appearing more than ready to deliver.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
No doubt, that just about seals it.
His three-pointers off the mark. And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, what does a win like this do for you at this time of the season?
Hopefully it gives us a little momentum. We got a tough stretch coming up. We got our back-to-back next week, so hopefully it just gives us a little momentum.
We'll see if you can keep it going again. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, De'Aaron Fox.